Okay, welcome back, everybody. I got a interesting review this time. Might would even say more interesting in some ways, actually, because this thing right here in front of me, I know what it is, but I couldn't find much else about it. It was really hard to find hardly anything about it, really. But anyway, it's a Compco 800 8mm film viewer and editor. So it was really hard to find like anything about the brand Compco or this particular model or like any kind of manual, anything. So I just kind of pieced together. I just kind of had to piece together like information from different videos, like on how to use this thing. I still don't know everything actually about it, but anyway, it's very interesting because these arms right here actually fold outwards, or fold, or whatever that's the right word. But and they're hand crank, and anybody who's familiar with 8mm film, which first of all, 8mm film was a very popular format of film to use for like home movies and silent movies and all that. So I'm sure that somewhere along the way in your parents, or maybe even you, for all I know, have been around some 8mm film, or even Super 8. It's very similar. But anyway, it would come on you would film whatever you wanted, and then you get developed, and you put on these reels here, an 8mm film reel, and you would push it on to this hand cranked wheel right here, and you would have an empty reel over here, and so you could manually hand operate unwinding from one side and winding up the excess on the other side, passing through this lens right here and viewing whatever it was that you had on the video or on the film. Now we have there's some 8mm film around here somewhere, but it's gotten very brittle, and I'm afraid to jump into it and start using it right fast, especially for a video like this, because it may start breaking or whatever, and that's like, you know, home movies from like the 70s and 80s, so I don't like want to start messing with those until I get more comfortable with this. But anyway, with that being said, I can show this whole thing in great detail here. So there's this cord, and plug it in over here, and luckily this thing actually works. At least it looks like it works to me. So it's plugged in now, and there's a little switch here on the bottom. This little switch here, right? I don't know how well you can see that. Cut this light on right here, see if you can see it better with the light. There you go. Switch right there. And so I'm gonna cut the light back off here, and then we'll cut the switch on. So I cut it on, and you see the light came on, which is, you know, nice. Everything seems to be working fine here. And then anybody who knows anything about film projectors or whatever, is that if you want to view a film, like view it, you have to have a shutter that opens and closes or something like that. And this does have that. There's a little wheel right down here that the film passes, I guess over. I don't exactly know. See, the film comes in, probably goes up underneath this first roller. I don't know how well you can see this. Up underneath this first roller, over this hump right here, probably underneath this wheel right here. I don't know if you can see this very well. I've cut this light on. Underneath this wheel and up, making its way through these rollers up this other reel over here, and this wheel I was pointing at right here actually controls the frame. So you can see that when I turn this by hand, it actually, you can see the frame is passing by, the frame opening and closing. And depending on how fast you want it to go, because you're controlling this the whole time manually, you can have the frames go really fast, or you can have them go by kind of slow. I guess if you want to edit something, you can go by really slow, so you can figure out which frames to cut out and all that. But yeah, a very simple thing here. There's not really anything electronic except for the light here. Let me cut this back off, and I will, because this is probably about to make a big glare if I have the light on. But in order to change the light bulb out, you have to take this panel off right here. There we go. And first of all, the panel is actually made of metal, and it has a number on it. It says 18PM5-174. And I guess it's a model number or something. But anyway, here is the inside. I will turn the light on. It's probably going to be blinding. There we go. Yep, that's a pretty bad glare on the screen. But the light works, and It's actually interesting because anybody who's worked on like changing a blinker out or a brake light on their car, it's very similar actually. It's actually a very similar concept to this light right here. But I don't know how well you can see this, but down this wheel right here is one with a frame, the frames on it, and it's gonna be really hard to see. But let me close this arm. I'm trying to show this very well. It's very hard to see, but there are some slots in this wheel. Where's my light at? There we go. Actually, I wonder now if I cut the light on here, its own light, and that'll not put a big glare on the screen. There's some slots right there in this wheel. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the frames there. And like I say, it's a very simple little concept here. There's nothing really like confusing or anything about it. But let me put this back here. Compco 800 right there. And like I say, I couldn't find hardly anything about this brand or anything about this particular model. There is another model of a film viewer that came out, I think, after this that I can find out a little more information about. It's not very much, but a little bit more. So I guess I'm gonna kind of need to enlist the help of my viewers here. So if anybody knows anything about this, let me know. Comment down below. But from my guess, I think this probably would have come out in the 60s or the 70s maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just sort of guessing at that. But let me close these arms back up. There we go. There is a sticker on the bottom, and I'll read it. It says Compco, the brand, model 800-8mm. I guess it's for 8mm film. 120 volts, 60 cycle, 15 watt, Compco Corporation, Chicago, Illinois. So I guess Compco at the time was in Chicago, or maybe this thing was built in Chicago, maybe both. But I really don't hear about Compco anymore. It may still be around for all I know. I just don't really hear much about it anymore. So, I mean, I don't know if it's even still a thing. But yeah, this is a very interesting little thing here. Even if it didn't actually work at all, even if it doesn't work at all, it's still be cool just to kind of have sitting, you know, somewhere in your house, like over in the corner of a table somewhere. So it's like, wow, you know, it's like science fiction or something like from Star Trek or something from back in the 60s. Then these pedals up here, this is for, like I said, editing or splicing together film. I never have actually done that, but from what I understand is that you would open these doors up here, run the film through here. Actually, these things open up too. I don't really know why it's open up, but you would run the film through on top of this, on top of these, and sandwich the film in between both of the pedals there, sets of pedals or flaps, whatever. And you take a knife or something and cut down the center right here. So you cut a frame, cut like in the middle of a frame like that. And so you have now you have film on both sides. And you can splice together something with this. They made this thing that was like tape almost, and you splice together like that. It's hard for me to explain. Maybe that makes sense. But essentially, it's kind of like taking film and putting a band-aid over it. A band-aid where it's split. So hopefully that makes sense. But also, this thing came with this thing. It was actually not attached to it. It's actually kind of like just taped to it, but it came with it. And I don't know, I have no idea what this even is. I've tried looking it up. There's a model number on this thing. I can't even find anything about this. But I will try to explain it better in good detail what this is. So, this is a little piece of plastic, and it's got this little slider, I don't know, metal slide, thing that slides in and out of it. And notice there's a little window right there. You can kind of see my finger through it. And it's got these little divots on each side on the bottom here for like a hinge that would like open up something right here. But there's actually some writing on this thing. First of all, the model number is let me see if I can read this. 2289871. That's the model number. And there's actually some writing on the inside, or well, on this metal sleeve here. So if I close the sleeve all the way down, or the slide all the way down, on the right over here under my thumb says INF. I don't know if that's like infinity or if that's, I don't know what that means. If I barely pull the thing up a little bit, there's like some like clicks, and you can kind of feel it for when you need to stop pulling for the setting or whatever. So I pull up just barely. The first click I come to, under my left thumb says 15. And then I go one more click up, under the right thumb says 8. One more click up, left thumb says 5. One more click up, I get a 4 over this side, and I think, oh nope, on the last click I get a 3 on the left, the left hand side. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So I have no idea what this is. I never seen anything like this. So I've tried looking it up. I've tried like typing in like, you know, plastic thing with a slide that has 5, 3, 4 infinity or INF, whatever, and nothing pulls up. So it may have gone to this thing, or it may have, when you bought a kit to splice together the film, this may have come with it, for all I know. I have no idea. But it seems like it would almost fit down in here. Actually, it does fit down in there. It does actually fit down in there. I don't know why. I don't know if that's where it's supposed to go. I don't know if that's supposed to go down here or not, because I don't really see a place for hinges. But then again, I don't know why this is open down here. I don't know why this thing would be open. There are 2 screws there. But I'm thinking there's nothing really mechanical or nothing really electronic about this except for the light, so why would you want to be getting inside of this thing? Maybe it's just like, I don't know, wiring or something like that. But anyway, very interesting. I guess probably one of the more interesting reviews on my channel so far. At least in my opinion, it is. But I guess with that being said, have a great day. Take it away, Hayden. Have a great day. Be seeing you.